Welcome, my name is Ches, and this is Retro Nirvana Gaming. Today we're talking about the second episode of game collecting for beginners. And so in part 2, we're going to be talking about coupons, membership points, and ways to get games for close to free, including gifts. So here we go. Alright, so before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. That will help the channel grow. You'll see more of our videos, and you can also catch our new episodes of game collecting for beginners. Okay, so first topic is using coupons and points towards getting games for free. So you have to have a certain mentality when it comes to game collecting. You have to try to get ahead as much as possible because games are expensive nowadays. They are $60, $70. Some of these retro games are hundreds of dollars at this point. Some of the good ones. Even some of the bad ones now are quite expensive. And so you need to leverage. You have to find a way to get these games for cheaper. I mean, obviously we covered in the first episode Goodwill, pawn shops, and all that stuff. But there's other ways to get games for cheaper. That is one of the best methods I use is to use a points card, a credit card with points. And so there are several different kinds. I mean, there's probably hundreds at this point that give you points towards either cash or Amazon or whatever it is. So I prefer the American Express card. What I do is I put almost everything on there during the month. I don't use cash, I don't use anything else but that one card. And I load it up with everything I can buy, or everything that I need in terms of groceries, gas, any kind of purchase I do is done through the American Express card. And at the end of the month, I get rewards. And rewards in terms of a credit towards cash, towards something. And so sometimes it's $25. Sometimes it's close to $40. That adds up. That is a game after a while. And so here's an example of that. I recently went to Too Many Games Expo and I got this Watermelon Funtastic. I used 2 months of American Express credit to get this console down to $100. So originally this console went for $180. I used $70 in American Express points, which took me 2 months to accumulate based off my purchases. And I was also able to knock the vendor down about $10 on this. So something that was $180 ended up being $100. Now, how much more affordable is that? A lot more affordable. So this is just one way that you can leverage using points. So basically, you don't have to use American Express. I mean, generally speaking, American Express, you have to have pretty good credit. But there are other credit cards that will also give you cash back and points towards other purchases. There is the Visa cards, Discover cards, you name it. Do a little research on that. Find the card that suits you best and start loading it up with your normal purchases that you would generally use. Anything from gas to groceries to even buying games. If you use it for games, not only are you buying stuff, so you're getting your games, but you're getting points towards other games. So that's how it's kind of a trickle-down effect in terms of how you can get more games just by buying games. Okay, does that make sense? Leave me a comment down below. What do you think about that first tip? So the first tip is use credit cards and the points from credit cards to buy future games. Okay, so next we're going to talk about using retro. A lot of these retro game stores have loyalty programs. This is just one I have from Retro Games Plus, and so this gives you once you've done 10 purchases, you actually get 20% off a used item. And so what this, less than $300. So this is Retro Games Plus. This is on the East Coast and on the West Coast. We have this game franchise. As you can see here, I have 10 purchases already. So that qualifies me for 20% off. Now that is actually quite a bit of money if it's used correctly. So you buy a console a heavy-duty, a pretty expensive console, 20% off is quite a bit of money at that point. Same thing with you buy a expensive, rare game that would be close to $100, maybe $200, and you get 20% off. You set yourself up just right. You're saving quite a bit of money there. So everything counts for a little bit of savings. Even if you go to something like a flea market and you work together with the vendor and you say, hey, I'm buying, you bundle, you're gonna save some money. So that is the second tip, is to use your discounts at game stores. Same thing with Gamestop. So Gamestop has the monthly, like the pro account. Yes, that costs money. So I think it used to be $15. Now it's probably like 20 something dollars, which is becoming less and less useful as you go. They give you $5 a month in credit to use towards a game. Now, I used to, for 2 years, I was actually, I should say longer than 2 years. I've probably had it for about 15 years. The last 2 years, I re-upped it, and I really didn't find the value in it anymore, since I only occasionally shop there. And generally speaking, they start to play these games lately. You have to be careful with GameStop because they do play a lot of games, the sales associates, the managers, and so you just have to be careful. But generally speaking, you find a game you like and you use your $5 in bonus for the month. Now at least you're saving some money, and sometimes you can use that in conjunction with some of the sales, such as like buy the ones where it's like buy 4 games for under $10, you get them for $5 each, something like that. So if you can use it with a sale, then you are even saving more. So I say I definitely recommend always using those bonus discounts to get you kind of like a better price on what you're buying, especially if you're buying in bulk. Okay. So next is gifts. So gifts come in different forms. I'm lucky because my family knows me pretty well. They know that, and my wife, same thing. She knows me really well. That most of the gifts I want are game related, whether it's controllers, consoles, and stuff like that. So generally speaking, my parents, my brother, aunts and uncles, they'll get me gift cards. I ask for eBay gift cards a lot of the time now because I'm looking for specific things. And so we're just going to go over some of the things that I never thought were going to be possible to get, but were possible to get with gifts. Okay, so one is Suikoden 2. So now this is a holy grail for me. I never thought I was going to own this. I looked for a very long time trying to find this for a good price. My parents actually wrote me a check one time, and so I don't generally spend. When they give me money, I usually put it in my account and I don't do anything with it. But this time I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get it. I generally don't spend like this, but this was an occasional purchase, and it's something that I definitely wanted for the collection that I'm gonna hold on to for the rest of my life. So I was like, you know what, let me do it. And so they gave me the money for this, and I would even when they gave me the money, I wasn't like, okay, let me get the first one that's on there. No, I looked for the cheapest one on there that was in great condition. And so that was this one right here. And so this is a very expensive game now. It's over $200. And I'm very happy to have it. This would only be possible with a gift. And so I would say do what you can to, when people ask you what you want, be very frank with them. Don't be like, oh, get me a pair of socks or whatever. Just be like, I am a collector and this is what I value. Can you please get me a gift card? Or I don't ask for cash. If somebody gives me cash, great, fantastic. But I don't directly ask, oh, hey, I want cash or a check. Nothing like that. It seems a little rude to ask for that stuff. I mean, it's just not who I am. And so here's another one. This is one I got from my wife. We were in the middle of Wii U collecting back in the day, and Devil's Third. This is a game that I would not be able to just get out of nowhere, so she was able to obtain this game and is now one of the most expensive Wii U games on the console. And so this is another one that I was only able to obtain by a gift. Same thing with this one. So this one is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. This is one of my holy grails at game collecting. Now, this game at the time, and now we're talking about like almost 10 years ago now, I got this only because I was working in the martial arts field and I had just resigned from my position as a teacher, as a kung fu instructor. And so this, one of the parents was nice enough to give me a $100 Amazon gift card. Now, I was through the roof. I was like, wow, that is fantastic. Thank you so much. Did they have to do that? No. Did they really appreciate me teaching their kids and them as well? Sure, of course. And so they gave me this Amazon gift card, and it was $100. I was like, what am I gonna get with this? And so I looked on Amazon, and back then, Amazon was more reasonable with their prices and with their products. Now they're very expensive. There's a lot of third-party sellers, and these third-party sellers, they just pump up those prices to ungodly amounts. And so good luck trying to find this now on Amazon for that price. But at the time, this is $109, and I used my $100 gift card on Amazon to get this for basically $9. And so it is minty. It is absolutely a fantastic game. It's probably my favorite game. It is my favorite GameCube game. So that is a game that I would not generally just go and, hey, let me go buy this for $109. What I say to that is use those opportunities that you get from gifts, birthday gifts, holiday gifts, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is in your life, graduation gifts, whatever. Use those opportunities to go find those games that you absolutely love, and make those decisions. Sometimes you're gonna have to be careful. You're gonna have to look very carefully at what is offered. But I know I'd rather get this than a pair of socks as a gift, and so it is what it is. Use those gifts when you can, leverage them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment. Have you ever gotten an awesome gift from a parent that was a video game? If you did, what was it? Have you used points to leverage against Gamestop or against other game stores? And have you ever used a discount card or a credit card to accumulate points so that you could get games for either free or at a huge discount? Thanks so much for watching. Tune in for the 3rd episode soon. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. It helps the channel grow. And also you'll see more of our videos. Thanks so much. Bye.